show right here. I love this.
Yep.
Yeah. You feel that? Woo! We got to open every show like this, man.
Yeah, right? I'm feeling it.
Guys, we're talking about mortgage rates today, which impacts your... Isn't that awesome? All right, that's enough of the goofery. Man, here we are. Lissette, Hurtado, JJoe Rosen, and today we're going to talk about our mortgage rates going up. Oh, my gosh. All right, come on. I did a pretty good job with the open. I'm going to pass it right over to you now. Let's hear what you've got to tell me about these rates going up, man. Are they going up? What's happening? What's going to happen in the future?
So I got on this question quite a bit in the past few days from buyers, and everyone's starting to freak out because they're thinking, oh, my goodness, the mortgage rates are going up. They have inched a little bit in the past few weeks from what they used to be. But relatively, if you look back in the history of mortgage rates, we're still at an all-time low. So yes, they are inching a little bit, but overall picture, we're still at great price for you guys to lock in those rates. So I would definitely take advantage of this moment.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool to look at, I don't know if you said this, today's rate I saw was 3.15. You said 3.17. Yeah. Guys, that means for every $100,000 you're blowing on a mortgage, right? Remember, if you're getting a $400,000 home and it's an 80-20, you're putting 80 grand down, you're mortgaging 320, not 400. The mortgaged part at today's rates of 3.15, it's $430 in principal and interest for every $100,000. So you got 300 grand, you're looking at $1,290. Jamie Hannon, how you doing, my man? Best damn pest control company on the Treasure Coast. So still very, 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 very affordable. And we're spoiled. Thank God we're spoiled. It is cool to be spoiled. I love being spoiled. But guys, it is important to see that we are spoiled, right? So if I go back and I look at the history, I'm not going to bore the crap out of you, but I'll go with the peak, right? The peak of recent rates was 1981, where the lowest rate all year was 14. Yep, you're hearing it right. 14. You don't have to turn your volume up. You're hearing it correctly. 14.8%. Back then, Betty Lou Berg back in Minnesota, when I was a 24-year-old realtor, and she had so many stories about real estate. She's like, Joe, back in 1980, by the way, I was born in 82. Back in 1981, all you would write is seller finance deals. It was purchase money mortgages and contract for deeds. That's all they did. Because who the hell is going to pay 14 points? That was the best rate. The highest rate that year was 18.63. Look, Candace is saying, I remember when I started, rates were in the teens. Candace, how does that work out when you're 23 years old? That doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah. So anyway, the low rates that year were 14.8. Now they dropped. I'm looking at the history here. They dropped. They finally got below 10 for the low rate in 1986. Right? So, dude, 86, that's what, 30? Man, now I got to do math. Why did I commit to that? 35 years of being under 10%. Let's keep going. When did it drop below 5? 2009. So right after the crisis, my opinion, they eased up a little bit on rates so that they could try to bring the real estate market back to life, because holy smokes, that was a rough time for everybody. I don't care who you were, man. So in 2009, the low rates were 4.71. And I'm going to give you the last four. Well, I'll give you the 2016 through 2019. I don't have 2020 numbers here. I don't know why. 16, the low rate was 341, 378, 395, 363. Right? And before that, there were another 4 years, 8 years of the low rate being under 4%. Right? My mom the other day was complaining. She's like, oh, we got a new administration in here. I don't even know if she's political. I have no idea what side she's on. If she, like, no idea. But doggone it, those gas prices went up. That's the new administration. I said, Ma, they went up to $3. I remember when it used to be $4.25, and that wasn't that long ago. I don't know what it was, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years ago. So, dude, we're so spoiled. What a great position to be in, to be so spoiled that when rates come above 3%, we're like, oh my God.
People start panicking. Yeah, they start freaking out.
Man, I love being that spoiled. This is some good stuff. By the way, Lisette's saying rates are creeping up. She's talking about like a quarter point, a half a point. We're not talking about points. Yeah, we're talking about just little guys right there, right? Mm-hmm. I do want to talk about two more things. Rate locks. Lissette, I've talked enough. Tell me about rate locks. What the heck is a rate lock? When would I use it? What does it do?
You want to make sure you lock into that rate when you get your mortgage. There's so many mortgage packages out there, and a lot of people came into trouble back in the day when they had mortgages that their interest rate would keep on rising as their mortgage aged. Now, if the interest rate dropped, they were lucky. The mortgage rates will go down. But if the interest rates went up, their mortgage would go up. So you want to make sure you're able to lock in that interest rate at today's where we're at today.
Yeah, so guys, I get a lot of people, especially with new construction. Right? We do a lot of new construction. Mm-hmm. When you come in, a lender's only going to allow you to lock for so many days. You can pay a little bit extra, and then they'll allow you maybe 60 days, 90 days, whatever it is, right? So if you're doing a longer term, like it's going to be 100 days to close, 150 days to close. If you're doing new construction and you've got 7-8 months to close, you're not able necessarily to lock in right then. But you want to. Everybody wants to lock in right now because nobody wants to take a risk on anything. Right? I get it. Makes sense. But I'm telling you, right now, you want to make sure when you're going into a deal, if it doesn't close within the normal able to lock period, you want to have that conversation with your realtor and or lender about locking. When can I lock? How do I lock? What's the risk reward? How much does it cost? All that good stuff. Here's the other thing, guys, and I've said this with a number of things. Anytime we talk about something just sucking, for lack of a better word, I always say this. It's crazy. And listen, what was that?
Those are my dogs. They're fighting.
What are you doing? Okay. All right, cool. Well,
yeah.
So anytime we've got a suck factor in any decision, all right, none of us like it. We don't want that suck. But here's the deal. You don't have to be, but I highly promote that you're just logical. Just sit down, look at the decision to make. Maybe you got a C- versus a C+ decision. I know C+ still sucks, but it's better than C-, right? So I'm telling you, this isn't a C- versus a C+. This is an A versus an A-. Right now, rates are an A-. These are good, solid, historical rates. There's not a lot of room for them to get any lower. You guys aggressive. Is that your guard dog? Yeah. Go over to Lisette's, try to rob her house. That sucker's coming for you. I like it. You're safe. So anyway, I want you to know, I just can't profess enough for you to look at option B. If you're like, rates are too high, they're a quarter point too high, what are you going to do if you wait and they go another half point up? And not only are they going up, but prices are going up about 1% a month right now, 1.5% a month, right? And I'm not big into fear. I don't like fear at all, but I did look. I just put a post up a couple days ago, and it talked about, because my wife and I are thinking, because we're buying soon, man, what if we hold off? What if we wait 6 months, 12 months? Market slows down. Cool. So it just goes up more and then it slows down. It's still really high. Why would I want that? Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, the market has only dropped 10% or more in a single year once in the last 70 years. I think it was 2009, 2010 when it came down. And once it hit that bottom, it came back up. And with that one exception, and that was the second worst market, I think, in U.S. history. Other than what was it, like 29 or something like that? So other than that, we haven't seen anything like that. Why would I risk the market maybe on a whim 1 out of 70 times going down? I'm not going to do it, right? And the same with the rates. The odds are that the rates are going to stay right in the 3s. Might it dip below 3 at some point? Maybe. Might be in 5 years. Might be in 5 days. We don't know. But the odds are it's going to stay right down in that area. It's going to stay right down there. But you don't know that. If you want a house, you want it now, and you're happy with paying $430 a month for every $100,000 you're buying, go get it, man. Lissette, I'm going to let you end.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. I really just take advantage of the opportunity we have today, because even though mortgage rates may look a little higher than they did last week or the week before, we're still at an all-time low. And it really is a buyer's advantage at the moment to lock in those rates as soon as you can.
We got a couple comments here. I cannot get rid of this cough. Margaret Service wrote, 2010 to me was my worst year. I'll tell you why that was a bad year for me. That was the first year I got out of real estate and into the Army, so I wasn't near Margaret Service. She was one of the best realtors with Edina Realty there out of the St. Cloud market. She works a little bit more west of St. Cloud there. Candace writes, rates are even lower on mortgage terms, like a 20-year mortgage. Looking at amortization, man, that's a big word. At a shorter term, it can save you some serious interest. That's true. Over life alone, you can manage a little higher monthly payment and you will pay off sooner. And with rates this low, it might be worth it. I'm a super geek, that's true, about this. Keep talking to me. I love this stuff. Yeah, that's great, man. Candace is phenomenal worker. She helps us with the Treasure Coast Alliance. She works really closely with my good friend Alex Hagg, and probably the hardest worker I know in real estate, honestly. She's just phenomenal. So, Candace, I appreciate your input. Lissette, did you have anything else?
Nothing. You've covered everything. You're amazing. And, you took over when my dogs were barking up a storm. So good job.
Can I poke the bear a little bit?
You want to? Go ahead. I don't know.
Do you have... Oh, man, I'm going to get in trouble for this.
I'm going to get in trouble.
Do you have any tips for me if I'm seeking out a pool builder?
I hear A&G is fantastic. They're a really, really good company. They work with one of the best builders in the market. They have a long history at building pools and amazing reviews. So just do your homework wisely and look for those companies that have been established in the market for quite some time.
A&G is a little more expensive. Is it worth it?
Every penny.
You're damn right. All right, guys, go in there. I appreciate it.
All right, take care.
Thanks for that.
You too. Bye.